I'm Saturday hauling for you guys today, and I'm going to go ahead and start off with a few repurchases, and these are from Paula's Choice. They were doing a 20% off sale not that long ago, and I needed to restock on the Daily Skin Clearing Treatment. This is a 2.5 benzoyl peroxide acne treatment gel, and I've been using this product for a really long time. I use it after toning my face in the morning time. So they do make a 5% version, which is, you know, twice as strong as this one, but I find that that one just dries my skin out a little bit too much, and this is the one that I typically go for. So I needed to restock on that guy, and then I wanted free shipping, and they were doing the sale. So I got the Paula's Choice Lip and Body Treatment Balm. You guys have heard me talk about this for quite some time. It's been my evening lip treatment for like years and years, but I had run out of it, and then so that's what kind of led me into using the Fit Glow Night Lip Serum, and I really love that product, but I'm not sure if it's going to be strong enough for the colder months or the winter time, but I always like to have this on hand anyway. And then sometimes too, my knuckles would get really dry, and I'd rub it into my knuckles for that extra hydration, especially in the winter time. They like would crack and bleed and stuff, so I always like to have this on hand, and it is absolutely one of my favorite lip treatment products. So that's the Lip and Body Treatment Balm. I also got a mini of the Daily Skin Clearing Treatment, which is the 2.5% version for traveling, because I used up my little travel one of those. And then lastly, I got the Paula's Choice Perfect Cleansing Oil. It's just a really good one to break down your makeup. I use it as a first step in the evening to break down makeup and sunscreen and stuff like that, and then I go over it with another cleanser. Like right now, I'm using the Good Molecules Rose Gel Cleanser after this guy right here. So it's just a really good one. Again, I've gone through several bottles of this guy. And then I got a few products from Ulta. This first one is the Morphe 2 line, and it's the Jelly Eye Shimmer. So there's 0.18 ounces of product in here, and it is made in China. So this is the box packaging on it. The shade that I got is Confetti, and all the little tubs look so pretty from the outside. I was gonna initially get a couple of them, and then again I was like, just try them first before you go buy the whole range. So I got the Confetti shade, and I'm glad I only got one, because this is like, this product is really terrible. I don't know if I got a dried out version, but it looks absolutely stunning in the like tub here, right? But like nothing, there's just not a lot going on here. I was expecting like this high shine like situation, and there's just not a lot of much going on. And it doesn't necessarily feel dried out, like there's still moisture in it. But I don't know, like even the glitters that are in there, because it's kind of like glitter suspended in a base, they're not even shiny glitters. It doesn't even look shiny. So maybe I need to try a different shade, or I don't know. If you have tried these, let me know if they're all like this, because I won't even bother. But that's the Morphe 2 range Jelly Eye Shimmer in Confetti, and I'm not a fan. From that same Morphe 2 line, I got the Hide and Peak Concealer, and I got the shade Peak of Pearl, and this product just kind of intrigued me. It's fair with pink undertones. There's 0.16 fluid ounces of product in this guy, and it is made in Italy. So this is the box packaging right there, and then it's a doe foot style concealer, and it's a very, very light coverage. I like the tone of it a lot, and it feels super nice underneath the eyes. I wouldn't go for something like this if you're looking for a medium fuller coverage, or you're trying to cover dark circles or anything like that, but for a nice wash coverage concealer, I really like this product, so I'm really glad that I picked it up. The shade is really nice as well. I was able to use a decent amount of product. It didn't look cakey. It just kind of perfected the under eye, added a little bit of hydration, and it looked really nice. And it wasn't super detectable underneath the eyes either, which I like. So you can kind of see right there. I'll put some over this little freckle there to see how much coverage you get on that guy. But I'm pretty impressed with this product. I'm glad that I got it. And that again is the shade Peak of Pearl right there. And that's from the Morphe 2 range, and it's the Hide and Peak Concealer. And then lastly from Ulta, I got this KVD Beauty Lip Gloss, and I had looked at this several times and finally just bought it. So I got the shade in number 10 Camellia. This is the box packaging right here, and I got this because there's so much pigmentation to these that I could use it like more like a lipstick gloss hybrid, which is kind of what it is, I think, because of the amount of pigmentation that's in there. But the packaging is really beautiful on this, and this smells it smells pretty strongly of like a creme brulee. But this is number 10 Camellia. So you can see just how much pigmentation that has to it. Feels really nice on the lips. I don't like to put a whole bunch of this on when I use it. I just kind of use a light wash of it. And it's just a pretty kind of lip gloss, if you will. It feels really nice on the lips too. And I like the shade of it. And then here's the doe foot applicator right there. So that is the KVD Vegan Beauty Lip Gloss in Camellia, number 10. It's like a warm nude shade right there. Next up, I placed an order on the Beauty Bay website because I really wanted these two new Beauty Bay palettes. They're the 20 color palettes, and they have the same style of packaging and layout as the Book of Magic, which Paulina Beauty here on YouTube, she's the one who had made me want to get the Book of Magic so bad, and it's constantly sold out. I don't know if they're bringing it back or anything. It's actually, if you put it in the search bar, it doesn't even pop up on the Beauty Bay website. But I really wanted that palette, and these look to be that same formulation, and I really have been getting along with the Beauty Bay eyeshadows that I purchased. That Nikki Tutorials eyeshadow palette, which is also Paulina Beauty's fault that I got, is stunning. I mean, I'm contemplating getting a backup of it, even though there's like so much product in it. It's just, I don't know, it's like a mental thing because I like it that much. I find myself wanting to use that palette constantly. But anyway, I got these two new palettes from the Beauty Bay website. So I got the New Romantic, this is the outside box packaging, and the Sunset Horizons. So each of these have got 20 shades in there, and each shade is 0.05 ounces per shade. So you're getting a really nice amount of product, and they are made in the PRC, I believe. Let me double check here. Yeah, they're made in the PRC. So this first one is the Sunset Horizons 20 color palette. It's in the purple cardboard packaging with a magnetic closure. And then you have got your 20 eyeshadows. I get along with this formulation really well too. When I use this particular palette, I do like to bring in the Pure Diamond Dust from Aether Beauty because I like that extra brightness from that. And there's like a bright yellow in there, but it's a very intense yellow. So I kind of like to blend it in with the Pure Diamond Dust so it's not so like stark in the inner portion of my lid. But other than that, I can really get a good look out of this palette, and there's a decent range of mattes and shimmers in here. I'm still sad that I can't get the Book of Magic. And then these guys. I think Beauty Bay's eyeshadow formulation is really, really good, and they're super affordable. They have sales a lot as well. And these next ones. It's a fun color story too, like reds and yellows with purples and blues. The look that I did with this definitely came out very sunset-like. And these guys. And then these last four. Which I'm gonna probably have to swatch over here. Pretty though. So that is the Beauty Bay Sunset Horizons eyeshadow palette right there. And then here's the New Romantic 20 color palette right here. And this one here is a standalone eyeshadow palette for me. Again, a great array of matte shades and shimmer shades. But what a pretty color story on this one as well. I need to swatch up higher so I can try to fit them all. But those little bones in my hands always kind of make them look funny. So there are the first four. And these next ones. The dog is barking. Sorry about that. I think like UPS or FedEx or somebody's here. Pretty. And these guys. This shade is really pretty. There's a lot of really pretty shades in this palette. And then these last four. These two almost have like a green undertone to them. Aren't those stunning? So that one right there is the New Romantic. I'm trying to fit them all in the screen there. The New Romantic eyeshadow palette from Beauty Bay. And then lastly from Beauty Bay, I thought I would try out one of their new Utopia collection pressed eye pigments. So this guy's got 0.038 ounces of product and it's made in the PRC. I only got one shade. I got the shade Air, which is one of those purple blue duochrome shades, like purple blue brown, I guess. I thought this was going to be like a pressed powder pigment, but it's not. It's like a ColourPop Super Shock shadow. It's got the smush to it. And it's a pretty shade, but it's very, very light. It's not super intense like I thought it was going to be. You can kind of see in the swatch there. It's a little bit more of a sheer formulation, although the color itself is really pretty. Like you can see the brown, the purple, and a little bit of a blue shift in there. I was just hoping that there was a little more impact with this guy. I feel like it goes on the lid with the finger even more sheer, which usually products like this go on more intense with the finger. And then these products are a little bit more difficult to pick up on a brush for me. But it still is really pretty, and the texture of it is very, very smooth. It's almost like you can see your skin through it a little bit. But that is the shade Air from the Beauty Bay Pressed Pigment collection right there. And then I placed an order on the Sephora website for some new eyeshadow palettes. This first one is from Melt Cosmetics, and it is their Brunette eyeshadow palette. This palette is made in the USA. There's a total of 0.58 ounces of product across 8 shades. So there's 0.072 roughly ounces of product in each shade, which is a massive amount of eyeshadow that you're getting. I think they could have, I don't know, I think they could have been a little bit more fun with the packaging, because a lot of their packaging is really fun. So this one's a little more chill. It's kind of like a copper metallic there. And then inside you have got your 8 eyeshadows and a mirror. They're also magnetized inside the palette, which I love that Melt is doing that. One of my favorite palettes in my collection is a Melt palette, and it is the Rust eyeshadow palette, and I love the blueprint one. There's actually quite a few Melt shadows that I love. Their most recent Mary Jane palette could have been a little bit better. There were just some shades in there where they're so thick and like crumbly, they kind of were hard to use. This one does have 2 shades that are thick. They're kind of metallic-y, and they are a little bit more difficult to use, and that's Bourbon and Stout. The formulation is just really, really thick. The other shade that is like a shimmer in here is Musk, but this one here is more like a powdered shimmer shade compared to these two. I was able to get these to work really nicely. I brought in, as per usual, Pure Diamond Dust from Aether Beauty, and I blended into Bourbon and Stout on the lid, and it was really, really pretty. The mattes are awesome. I really get along with the Melt matte eyeshadow formula well, and there are 5 matte eyeshadows in this guy, ranging from dark, middle, and light. So let's give you some swatches here. So you can see how pretty that like metallic kind of shimmer is, and that is a different texture than those thicker ones. And then these guys. I don't feel like these two shades are quite as crumbly as that one shade that it was in the Mary Jane palette. That one was like, that one was interesting. These ones aren't as crumbly as those ones, but they are that thicker kind of formulation. So those are the swatches right there of the brunette palette from Melt Cosmetics. And when I did use these two, I kind of had to, I kind of say stab my flat shader in there to get that product to pick up. I didn't have a lot of fallout with them though, so that's good. So again, that is the brunette palette from Melt Cosmetics right there. And then I also got the new Artist Couture Supreme Bronze eyeshadow palette. And this guy here has got 12 shadows that are 0.04 ounces per shade, which is also a nice amount. It says bulk made in the USA, assembled in the Dominican Republic on the packaging. And this is his same style of eyeshadow palette packaging, which is really sleek and pretty. The corners kind of round off like that, and it's got a nice weight to it. So this one's black and it says Supreme Bronze on there. And then you have got your 12 eyeshadows and a mirror. I just left the sticker on mine. And there is a nice array of mattes and shimmers in here, both light, medium, and dark. It's a standalone eyeshadow palette for me. The shimmers are pretty, but there's nothing super unique about them. They are very pretty though. They're like metallic shimmers. This shade right here I love. It's like an old gold shade that just pairs with my green eyes really well. The matte shadows, had to work at blending those out a bit, and I had to kind of go back into the shade a few times to get the product to pick up, because once I put it on, it kind of stuck and it didn't blend out quite as easily as I would have liked it to. But in the end, I was able to get a really pretty look out of this eyeshadow palette. But yeah, I did have to work a little at the matte shades in this guy. So you can see even with the opacity of those mattes, it's almost like they have a little bit of a grip to them. Like, that's kind of what they feel like. Is they're a little grippy. And then these next shades. So I did have to really kind of push my brush into that guy to get the product to pick up, because it's thicker. And it kind of looked like it had a little hard pan going on there, but hopefully you can tell by these swatches whether or not it's something that you would like to pick up. And then these last ones, I blended out with this shade, and this shade is like, even to the touch, it's got a thin, like drier type of texture. These ones have a grippier kind of texture. I don't know, it's very interesting. When I was blending out those mattes, like I said, I was having a little bit of problems. I kind of had to keep building them up and blending them out to get it to look smooth, but it's not a bad eyeshadow palette. It's, you know, I'm pretty used to using some mattes that just kind of blend themselves out. So when I use something else and I'm like having to work at it, I'm like, But those are the swatches right there of the Artist Couture Supreme Bronze eyeshadow palette right there. And then I placed an order on the ColourPop website. I got quite a bit of stuff, but I haven't been able to use everything. So I'll show you the stuff that I was able to use, which is from the Barbie collection. So I got this Golden Beach Lip Duo, which has got a Cream Luxe lipstick, which I do like the ColourPop lipstick formula, and also a lippy pencil, which I also really like their lippy pencils. So I got this guy right here. I want to say there were 2 versions of this available, and I don't know what's up with the end of mine, but like it's like not pushed on all the way and I can't get it to go. It's kind of driving me nuts. But the lippy pencil that is in here is called doesn't have a name. I don't think it has a name. It doesn't have a name. I don't know what it's called, but it is from the Golden Beach duo. So it's this guy right here. It's a very light pencil that works well with a super nude lipstick. And I've actually got a lippy pencil on my lips today in Cool BFF with Max Cream Cup. So I really like these lippy pencils from ColourPop, and they're super affordable. They wear off nicely. They go on easily. They're just a really nice product. And then here's the lipstick, and this is called Golden Beach. So I'm guessing the lip pencil is called Golden Beach as well. And it's a nude pink shade. You guys hear the wind out there? It's howling. But that is the Golden Beach Lip Duo from the Barbie collection. And I love that they switched up the packaging on the lipstick as well. And then I also purchased the pressed powder palette from the same collection. This is the box packaging. And the ColourPop products are made in the USA. This guy here has got a total net weight of 0.37 ounces of product across 15 eyeshadows, which I think this is probably the smallest amount of eyeshadow I've seen in a ColourPop palette, because that is just over 0.02 ounces per shade. But the shadows in this one feel extra nice. Like, I get along with the ColourPop shadow formula really well anyway, but these ones here, they're really, really nice eyeshadows, but there's not, again, a lot of product per shade. And they are magnetized inside the palette, so you can pull them out. So it's a cardboard packaging. This one does have a mirror in it. And then you've got the shade names on the back. This is a standalone for me as well. There's a nice array of shimmers and mattes in here. So let's give you some swatches. That color, just some really pretty shadows in here. And these guys. It's blue. That is a vibrant blue. This is like a really fun summer palette for sure. And then these last three. Isn't that pretty though? It's just very, very pretty. So that is the ColourPop and Barbie collaboration eyeshadow palette right there. Every time I hear like a vehicle outside, I keep thinking it's like the FedEx man. He's supposed to be bringing me the new Sonia G face brushes. So I'm like looking out the window. He's not coming. And then I have a few PR packages. And this first one, I was so excited when I first learned about this collaboration. And it's between Sydney Grace and Temptalia. And if you don't know who Temptalia is, her name is Christine. And she has been a beauty blogger for years. I have followed her beauty blog before I ever did YouTube. I've kind of been makeup obsessed for a very long time. But before there was like a trend mood or anything like that, like on Instagram and, you know, social media was the thing, I would check Temptalia's blog daily for like new makeup posts, and she does amazing swatches. She's a real asset to the makeup community. I feel like she's like an OG makeup beauty blogger. I just love her. She has a great Instagram account as well with swatches, and she compares like formulations. She grades products. Her archive of makeup and makeup swatches and comparisons is so vast, it's crazy. So I highly recommend her blog. It's temptalia.com. She's been around for a really long time. She knows makeup really well, and she collaborated with Sydney Grace, who is an indie brand that makes amazing eyeshadows for what I feel is a very affordable price. So she came out with 3 palettes, and the 3 palettes, when you line them up, comes out with a really pretty scene. And the center palette has got her dog Melon, who recently passed away. I was so sad to hear about that because I follow Melon too. Like, she'd always post his pictures and cute little outfits and stuff like that on his Instagram. But she came out with 3 palettes with Sydney Grace, the Quintessence, On the Horizon, and Radiant Reflection eyeshadow palettes. So they actually launched yesterday at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. The palettes are made in the USA, and each palette has got 12 eyeshadows that have got 1.8 grams per shadow, which is a lot of product. The price is $40. The price for each one is $40, or you can get all 3 of them for $100. And Temptalia does have a code that works on the Sydney Grace palette, and I believe it's 15% off. Another great thing that Sydney Grace has been doing when they have come out with eyeshadow palettes is coming out with 2 versions. They've been coming out with a light version and a dark version. So they did that with every single one of these palettes as well. So I have got the 3 light versions to share with you guys today. And like when I heard about the collaboration, I was like scheming how I was not going to miss purchasing them. I don't know, how fast they're going to sell out or anything like that. And when I got them on my doorstep, I was just beside myself because I didn't know that they were coming. So I'm so grateful for them because I really am a big supporter of Temptalia, and I love the Sydney Grace formula. Each palette has got a sleeve on there, and then this is the image that the 3 palettes make up. And you can see melon right there in the center. It forms such a pretty picture. So it says on the brochure that the Quintessence palette is a celestial fantasy through a constellation of vivid tones and otherworldly finishes. It's inspired by all things space, the twinkling of stars, and the dreams of nebulae on an endless journey through the galaxies and beyond. And that sounds just lovely. So Quintessence is actually the eyeshadow palette that I have on my eyes today. So here is Quintessence right here. This is what the packaging looks like, and the name is on the border. So if you stack your palettes, you can see them right there. I love that little addition to it. And then this guy has got 4 matte eyeshadows and then 8 shimmers. So your mattes are Umbra, Interstellar, Reaching Zenith, and Parallax right there. So again, this is what I have on my eyes today. I love the way that the look turned out. The mattes were easy to blend. They're very pigmented. I have very little fallout. I will say amongst these 3 palettes, I do have to bring in like Pure Diamond Dust because all the shades are kind of mid-tone or deeper on my skin tone. I'm pretty light. So for me, I could have used just one lighter shimmer shade, but let's go ahead and give you guys some swatches. Wait till you see these. These are so impressive. The Mel Thompson and Sydney Grace collab palette was in my yearly favorites from last year. And these guys. And these are also magnetized inside of the palette, so you can pull these out as well. And again, I love that feature. Look at these though. Look how smooth, rich, pigmented they are. And then these last 4. I really wanted to do a dedicated video on these palettes, like, and do one look with each palette, but I just don't have the time, you guys, so I apologize for that. The summertime for me is like 100 miles an hour, so. Aren't those beautiful? They're beautiful. So that is the Quintessence eyeshadow palette right there. The next one is the On the Horizon palette, and this guy has got 4 mattes as well. You've got Desert Spoon, October Odyssey, Midnight Courage, and Infinite Echoes, and then the rest are those beautiful metallic shimmers. Give you some swatches. I mean, they're so pretty, like so pretty, so pigmented, so smooth. Next ones. And then these last 4. I forgot to read you guys the description of this palette. I will in a minute, because she's got such a nice write-up for each one of these. Look at those. So that guy is the On the Horizon palette right there. It says, come back down to earth from a voyage through space with grounded, grungy neutrals that are intertwined with murmurs of color, designed to inspire and complement your favorite neutral palettes. So pretty. So that's the On the Horizon description, and that's this guy right here. And then the third one is called Radiant Reflection, and it says, take a moment to reflect on the faceted nature of each of us as individuals and what lies beneath the surface to discover a rainbow of luxurious jewel tones just waiting to be explored. So here is the Radiant Reflection palette right here. I think I'm going to take the sleeves of each of these palettes and then put them all together so that like it's the picture. Maybe I'd put it in a picture frame. It's a really pretty picture. So this guy here has got 3 matte eyeshadows, and it's got Unstoppable Love, Dearest Constant, and Sublime Reverie. And then everything else in here is like metallic shimmers. They're so pretty. I really can't get over like the smoothness of the shadows, both the mattes and the shimmers, and you can kind of even see that in the swatches. And these next ones. And then the last 4 here. They're nice. So that guy there is the On the Horizon eyeshadow palette right there. So those are the Sydney Grace and Temptalia collaboration palettes. A huge thank you to Sydney Grace and Temptalia, Christine, for sending them over. And huge congratulations to Christine. It's very, very well deserved and super exciting. So, and then lastly, ColourPop sent me over their latest Hello Kitty collection, which I was very excited about. I got it the day before it launched, so I managed to not purchase the collection and have doubles. My mom always rakes in when I do that. So I'm very thankful for ColourPop for sending over this guy. They had a cute little sticker sheet in there, and then it says Hello Sunshine. So they came out with 4 new quads, a glowing lip balm trio, a pineapple pop lippy scrub, and then 2 blushes, which the blushes are just like very, very summer. So let's go ahead and swatch those blushes first. So this is what the box packaging on the blushes looks like. It's just really, really cute. So these guys here have got 0.21 ounces of product in here, and they're also made in the USA. So we have got Island Shine, and that's got the little yellow portion on there, and there's a bow embossed in this blush. These are also magnetized in the packaging so you can pull them out, and this is kind of an intense coral. I always try not to ruin the little cute embossing, but I'm gonna have to ruin it anyway. So that guy right there is Island Shine. And then the other shade is Aloha Honey, which is, oh, this is such a pretty tangerine shade. I'm sorry, little kitty, I'm gonna have to ruin your face. It's such a pretty color. So punchy for the summertime. So that one is the Aloha Honey blush. And then here is the Lippy Scrub. Again, the packaging, it's gonna be so hard to like get rid of the packaging. We've got Hello Kitty on the cover there, and I'm guessing this smells like pineapples. I have not used this just yet. Oh yeah, she smells like pineapples. So that's the Lippy Scrub right there. And then here is the Yummy Smoothie Glowing Lip Balm set. The packaging on these, again, very cute. There's 0.11 ounces in each one of these. So they say like Hello Kitty on them. So this first one is Fun in the Sun right here. And I really like these lip products from ColourPop like this. They're just super easy to use and throw on. So that one is Fun in the Sun. I love this next shade. This is called Tropic Cute. And then the last shade is Hello Fruity. So those are the 3 shades in the little lip set there, which is officially called, again, the Glowing Lip Balm Set. So nice pigmentation for lip balms for sure. Do they have a smell? Not really. Well, maybe a slightly fruity scent. I'm getting a little bit of a fruity scent mixed with like a lipstick scent. And then lastly, we have got the 4 quads. Packaging, again, super cute. There's like a different little Hello Kitty image on each one of these. And here's the box packaging on one. This guy here has got 0.12 ounces of product. So this first one is the Pineapple Cake palette. Right here, there are 2 mattes and 2 shimmers in here. And this one's all yellow. Definitely not a standalone for me. These are magnetized inside the palette as well. Love that about these palettes. So I will have to use this as a pairing palette for sure. It reminds me of that Lemonade palette from Midas Cosmetics. So that guy is the Pineapple Cake Quad. And then we've got the Teeny Keeny Quad. Again, 2 shimmers and 2 mattes in this guy right here. This one is an orange one. I'll probably use all of these for pairing palettes, to be honest. This one I might be able to get away with using by itself. I have not used these little quads just yet, but I wanted to give you guys some swatches of them because I don't know if it's like it's probably a limited collection. So that is the Teeny Keeny one right there. This next one is Cherry Sweet. Very cute. It seems like everyone has got 2 shimmers and 2 mattes in there. I wonder if these smell. No, they do not smell. So that one is the Cherry Sweet right there. And then the last one is the Cocoa Cutie Quad right here. Again, 2 shimmers, 2 mattes, and this one's blue. Definitely not a standalone. I think I can do standalone with the orange and the pink one, but not the yellow and the blue one. Just for my style. Those are some pretty blues. I think my arm is kind of getting stained from all the swatches. So that one there is the Cocoa Cutie Quad right there. Super cute. And a huge thank you to ColourPop for sending over that collection. And that is everything for my haul today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.